I think that the TRO process has strengthened our entire school community because I've noticed that staff are approaching new students in a different way. I feel like from the front desk to our SRSs who help out with attendance, like everybody is approaching students more mindfully, and because we really need to be focused on unraveling any of the systems-induced trauma that students are coming to us with.
Our students know that they are in a trauma-resilient organization because there are systems in place for them.
The TRO process has enhanced communication. We work ahead of time to collaborate about what message we want to go out, to be mindful of always starting with the positive, with the offer of support, even in a difficult situation or when something is disciplinary or not the best news. We always have an offer of support.
We're being more diligent about continuing to use the systems that we had in a timely manner. So, for example, just yesterday, we had a student who had to be hospitalized due to mental health issues, and we have been really diligent about bringing a whole team of staff together in preparation for her return to school.
Trauma resilient education really is the core to, and the foundation to education, because without understanding a child's social emotional well-being, it's hard for them to do anything else. It's hard for them to focus on school, academics, really anything. So TREC targets the social emotional learning and well-being, and as professionals, we've expanded our toolbox to be able to support that.
Before the TRO accreditation process, we operated in a way that was standard to education in schools for many, many years, and the way that we've learned. And as a trauma-resilient organization, we are so much more mindful of how we create processes, how we serve students, what resources we bring into our school, what curriculum we offer, and just how we serve the student as a whole.
Being a trauma-resilient organization creates an awareness of being empathetic, but yet holding accountability.
One of the things that came up a lot in the TRO process is not only that our students have their traumas and they come to us with difficulties, but our staff do too. I think that I, for one, have been better about giving my colleagues grace, and giving myself grace too, that sometimes I might be operating through my old tapes instead of being present for a student in the moment.
The TREC accreditation, all the staff going through, we are giving them, that we are using the stuff the tools that we have been given, with them.
It allows us to all be on the same page and know how to support our community as a whole, and reach out to different supports to make sure that they're getting different resources and their needs met.
As far as staff, it really helps us collaborate better because we're working together, knowing different things of the student, knowing different parts of what the expectation is and how the student is going to be impacted. And so working together to do that, each of us might have a little bit of information that helps us create the best possible situation for that student.
A little bit more holistic in our approach. So instead of, oh great, the student is back from the hospital, we're very glad to see them, go talk to the counselor. Now the counselor is being diligent about including the psychologist and including about the supervising teacher, and also bringing in community resources and their own therapists, so that we can create sort of a wraparound team for that student to come in. Instead of just cradling them alone, we're cradling them as a community.
All these skills that they're learning might come into fruition when they're 25 in a job interview, trying to become the VP of their company.
The TRO accreditation process has helped our learning community as a whole build our tools and resources, and help students with their past traumas as well as the traumas that they're currently facing.
Being a trauma resilient organization means that we are a safe place for students and staff alike. We believe that every student can meet their goals. We treat every student as an individual and connect them with the resources that they need to be successful.